Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Good to be back with you. Today, as of this recording, tomorrow, I should say, we're beginning a new book of the Bible, the Gospel of John. John is one of the four gospel accounts in the Bible, one of the four biographies found in the Bible about the life of Jesus. But John is not what is referred to as one of the synoptic gospels. The synoptic gospels are the books of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and they're called that because of all the things that they have in common with one another. You read Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and there's some differences and unique points to be sure, but they share many of the same stories and sayings of Jesus. John is not one of the synoptics. John is the same story, same Jesus, of course, but told from a more unique perspective. For example, there's no parables in the Gospel of John, right? If we were just reading John, we would have known none of the famous stories that Jesus tells. John also tells the story of Jesus according to a slightly different calendar and timeline. There are stories in John that we don't hear anywhere else, like the story of the water being turned into wine. Again, same story, same Jesus, just as true as the others, but a fun and a fresh perspective is given to us on the life of Jesus by John. And one of the really neat things about the Gospel of John is that in the opening verses that we're going to read tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, in the opening verses, we are given many of the themes that will come across throughout the rest of the book. It's like these themes are just kind of dumped before us in the opening words. And these themes will only be developed and furthered throughout the rest of the book. But so much of what we're going to encounter in the rest of the chapters are right here in the opening words. For example, it's in the opening words that we have this theme of the Word being present. And that's only going to be furthered and developed as we go on. Who is this Word? Why did he come? In the opening words is the theme of creation. The book of John begins like the book of Genesis, right? In the beginning. And John will have a lot more to talk about creation as his biography of Jesus continues. There are themes of light versus darkness that'll come up as we go along. The theme of witness or testimony, that's going to be furthered too. What does it mean to be born of God? That's something that John introduces here, only to be developed later. John brings up this idea of the incarnation, God becoming flesh. And again, he'll tell us more about what that means as well. And then right away in the beginning, we're clued into this unique relationship that the Father has with the Son. And Jesus will talk a lot more about that as time goes on, the deep unity and bond shared between these two persons of the Trinity. Again, all of that is right there in the book of John. And I just bring that to your attention so that as you read, maybe you can keep some of those themes in mind, see how they develop and grow and what God through John has to teach us. I hope that as you read through this gospel, that you see some new things and gain a greater love and devotion to your Savior Jesus. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. God bless you.